Okay.
So today we are going to learn about data types in object-oriented programming. So before we start, maybe Stacy, you can tell us what is a data type, or how do you understand data types?
Maybe I can say a data type specifies the type of data that a variable can store. For example, an integer.
Oh, for example, an integer.
Yeah.
So we say that data types specify the type and the storage size that a variable can take. That is how we refer to data types. So there are several data types in object-oriented programming, and they are classified into three broad categories. Who can tell us any of these categories? Do you know of any category? Yes? Any category that you know? So we have three categories. We have primary data types, we have what we call derived data types, and we have user-defined data types. So those are the three major categories of data types, or how data types are classified in object-oriented programming. So let's look at some of the examples of these data types, or the data types that exist in each and every category of data types. So can you see that diagram?
Yes.
Are you able to see that diagram?
Yeah.
Yes. So we have the three main categories. That is primary data types, we have derived data types, and user-defined data types. And under each, we have the examples. Under primary, we have integer, character, boolean, floating point, double floating point, void and white character. We are going to look at each of those, what it means. And then under derived, we have functions, arrays, pointers, and reference. And in user-defined, we have class or classes, we have structure, we have union, we have type def, etc. So let's look at the primitive data types. And these are inbuilt data types that are stored in the library of that particular programming language. So in object-oriented programming languages library, we have these data types stored in the library. So they are inbuilt, and that means that you can't use them to name variables or as identifiers. So that is primitive data types, and the examples include integer. It's a keyword used for integer is int, and integers typically require 4 bytes of memory. So these different data types have different capacities or carry different sizes. So we need to first identify what data type it is before declaring a variable, so that that variable can or the compiler can know the amount of space or memory to allocate to that particular data type. So integer carries around 4 bytes, and the keyword is int. It carries numbers. Then we have character. Character is a data type used for storing characters, and the keyword for character is char. You can look at the memory space that it carries. We have boolean. It's used for storing boolean or logical values. It can store either true or false value, and the keyword used is bool. Then we have floating point. The keyword used is float. It's used for storing single precision floating point values or decimal values. Then we have double floating point. We use double as the keyword. used to store double floating precision points. Then we have void. That means without any value, and the keyword used is always void. Then we have wide character, where we use w char and then underscore t to represent it, and it is used for character type that are large or as greater size. Then the second category is derived data types. These are some of the data types that you can create from the primitive. You can derive from the primitive data types or the inbuilt data types. So that's why they are called derived, and some of them are functions, arrays, pointers, and references. Then we have the last category, that's abstract or user defined. These are created by the user. The user can define them and or can declare them, then define them, what they are going to do in that particular program. So unless you have any other question, we can say that we are done with data types. Any question, class? Stacy, any question?
No.
You've understood data types?
Yeah.
So when I can give you a cut, you can confidently answer.
Yeah.